Good morning, or evening, or afternoon. I work graveyard, so my clock is screwed up. I am Anatoly Anatolisova, and this is Patriots Must Rise. We have some good news from the front lines. Yakima, Washington has banned any participation in Pride Month. That means no flags will be flown. No parades will be permitted. No bumper stickers. And they're not the only ones. We also see it in Sacramento, in California, the capital of communist America. We see it in Michigan and New York State and several others. This is a backlash from last year's Pride Month, where they went way too far, threatening our children by marching down the street naked, saying, "We're here, we're queer, we're coming for your children." So I'm happy about it, and I believe that a lot of other people should be too. Now, here's another take that people need to consider. My wife and I were talking about this today, and I did a video. It was either the last one or the one just before that showed a graph of CO2 in the atmosphere. Going back, I believe, a decade. Now, this is a rather deceiving graph if you only look at it on the surface. But what you're not seeing, unless you actually blow it up like 100 times, is this sawtooth pattern within the graph, like breathing. The climate activists are trying to say the CO2 is bad for the environment. It's not bad for the environment. It's plant food. At this point, what's bad for the environment is liberals. And here's why. They're allowing trees to be cut down. They're even saying that trees are bad for the environment. Trees produce oxygen that mammals breathe. By the way, we're mammals. They use the CO2. If there's an imbalance in CO2, which there is, it isn't because we have too much industry. Well, an argument could be made that cutting down the trees to build the buildings for industry has partially created the imbalance. I'll go with that. But we have a solution. Keep the trees. Allow nature to take over and actually heal the earth. These climate activists don't actually care about the planet. If they did, they would have already considered this. They would have considered the fact that on average 40% of a city's buildings are abandoned and replaced with newer buildings, or they just demolish them altogether and put up a parking lot. Maintain them. In my area, we have a homeless problem like there is no tomorrow. And I believe that that's probably across the board in every liberal city. Allow the homeless to use them. Don't knock down a bunch of trees to put up a new building and say that it's for the low income and homeless population. Use what we got. And as the flora comes back, we will see the CO2 balance with the O2 and nitrogen in the atmosphere. But that's not why the climate activists get on their high horse. Climate activism is a multi-billion-dollar-a-year industry. They don't want the simple solution that could work. They just want your money. They want your donations. They want to be able to bitch. Don't give them a chance to bitch. In fact, educate yourself about how our environment is actually healing itself. So when a climate activist actually gets in your face about this, you can put them in their place and make them the laughingstock of the room. All right. What else do we got? Oh yeah. On a more personal note, to follow up on the hearing that I had with a judge for a disability, it was found in favor. the reason that I bring it up is in the letter to actually say that I found in your favor. The judge cited my inability to work with liberals as a disability. I find that to be funny as it possibly could be. So, one thing I take away from that is that liberals are apparently so toxic, especially in Portland, Oregon, that they have literally created a category for an inability to work with liberals. Alright. I think that's what I got. I hope you enjoy this content. Please like, subscribe. But most of all, live free, die well, and love your neighbor as Christ has loved you.